Welcome to the Weather Guru podcast for this Sunday, March 24, 2024. We want to go over the latest warnings and watches that we have from California to the Plain States. We continue to see rain in the San Fernando Valley, just north of LA, and also out towards Santa Monica in the I-10 district. This rain will continue to impact areas all along the I-5, I-405 corridor and continuing into the 210 freeway. So if you're coming along in Pomona, there's hail, half-inch hail coming down there, and that's why a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for Los Angeles County that expires in the next 30 minutes. This is in effect for East Central Los Angeles County, San Gabriel, Eastern San Gabriel Valley, once again along the 210 freeway. This is from Claremont to Pomona, moving southeast at 15 miles an hour. The main hazards is 60 mile an hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Once again, you want to be, if you protect your vehicles, if they're not on the carport or in the garage, you want to put them in. If you're driving, please take it slow and easy on the roads. They will be wet and slippery, and wind gusts 60 miles an hour coming in there, so crosswinds will be dangerous on the Foothills Expressway there and other expressways there, coming down the 99 as well. So hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Chino, Glendora, Pomona, Montclair, some of the biggest cities, Brea, Diamond Bar, Baldwin Park, Hacienda Heights, La Puente. All these areas need to be mindful of the hail threat that's continuing to make an impact here. This has been extended all the way out toward Norwalk, California, Whittier, and you can see the storm track. All these storms are tracking southeast at 11 knots here as it continues to push toward the Orange County area here. And these storms are also moving into some of the areas north off the 101 in northern Ventura County, from Simi Valley to Thousand Oaks and up towards San Fernando here, and some of the canyon country as well. If we zoom out, some of the canyon country north of LA is getting rain, and Palmdale and Lancaster there, so be careful on that freeway there up there as well. Antelope Valley area as well. And this also extends toward Riverside, but these storms are less of a hail threat. They're just more of moderate rain here coming down in Jurupa Valley through the 215, through Norco, Corona, up toward Rancho Cucamonga and I-10 junction there between the 15 and 10 junction. So be very careful there in California. Now elsewhere, we're going to go to the Plain States here where we have severe thunderstorm warnings once again in Kansas. Now there is this storm warning here that expires in 12 minutes. This is for northeastern Norton County in northwestern Kansas. Severe thunderstorm, once again, 60 mile an hour wind gusts and half dollar size hail. The criteria for severe thunderstorms is winds above 57, 58 miles an hour, and of course that hail size coming in there as well. So this just made the severe thunderstorm criteria, and the hail size is coming down half dollar size hail. So big hail there, as indicated by the radar. You can see that dark purple there in the core there, and there is some rotational strength in there for that half dollar size hail, some rotational value there according to the reflectivity, but nothing has been confirmed on the ground. Now there is a tornado warning that expires also in 12 minutes. Tornado warning remains in effect for southeastern Norton and southeastern Decatur counties. This is in Kansas, guys, and this tornado and quarter size hail. So you can see here the rotational aspect of this storm. Let me put it in motion for you here, and you can see the bow echoing out of this line here, and you can see tornado warning is just around Jennings, and I believe this is Clayton. So right between here and these borders here, we're going to go to the coefficient here, the velocities here, and we're going to see what we can see here. And you can see the velocity product here, and there is that coupling right in here between just the northwest of Almena and Norton, Kansas here, and Prairie View. And this is the rotation that's coming in off the radar here. It's kind of far away scan, but you can see the coupling there. The coupling right in here is what they're showing between Norton and Alameda, Norton, Kansas, and Alameda, Kansas. There is that coupling there, and that's where a tornado warning has been issued here. Down here in Clayton and Jennings here, there is some the radar is having some attenuation here, as this is kind of far away from the radar site up here in Blue Hill, Kansas. So but you can see right here that the National Weather Service has issued a tornado warning, and you can see the correlation coefficient. We don't see anything debris lofted up just yet, but we do see rotation being depicted on the radar here, and we can look at a digital velocity scan here, and you can see the coupling there. There is rotation present all the way from Beaver City to Almena here. The coupling is right there just to the northwest of Almena, Kansas, and then down by Clayton and Jennings, there's rotation going on down there as well, but the radar site is far away, so we're getting a little bit of attenuation. But back to the reflectivity, you can see this whole complex line here is bowing out, so strong winds are apparent here, is bowing out starting to bow echo out as it typically does with these severe thunderstorms here, and you can see the strong storms coming through Norton, Kansas. So if you're in Norton, Kansas, Lenora, Kansas, take shelter as these storms are moving from southwest to northeast fashion here typically, and Beaver City as well, Kansas, take cover. Hail, dollar size hail in these middle central core here, indicated by the dark purple in the middle there, and you can see that there is some bow echoing out, and rotational value with this storm, and this could be very well be the backside of a tornado right here with this rotation here coming out of Almena here. So the rear flank downdraft is showing there very strongly there. So now in Texas, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning for Wichita, Texas. This is we can go ahead here, advance the radar to Texas. If we can go there, let's see if this is expired or not. This may be expired in that area, but we're going to go down to the central area here. Here we go. In Oklahoma, we have a severe thunderstorm warning, in Oklahoma. And this is what the Storm Prediction Center said earlier, that we're going to have these, and they're popping up just now with the heating of the day, as it's about 6 p.m. Central Daylight Time out there in Oklahoma. So this is 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail, 6 miles west of Greenfield, Oklahoma, moving 4 miles northwest of Bridgeport. And once again, this includes Watonga, Greenfield, Omega, areas here, as you can see just to the west of Oklahoma City here, and Elk City, and you can see this is pulling just north of El Reno right here, and this is pulling just north of I-40 here, and that intersection. So Watonga, Kingfisher, you're coming up on it, the next, and this doesn't expire until about 38 minutes here. So if you're in Kingfisher, Oklahoma, Okakari, Calumet, Greenfield, Watonga, Loyal, Oklahoma, these areas are advancing northeast. You can see this very, very prominent cell here, and it is producing strong winds, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts, and quarter-size hail. All of this is radar indicated here. We haven't had a tornado warn on this storm at all, but we do have 2 in Oklahoma. We have 1 up in Cherokee, hail size, once again, dollar size hail. This is up in Helena, Oklahoma, and this is a severe thunderstorm warning that is extending. And once again, for 60-mile-an-hour winds and radar and quarter-size hail, vehicle damage is expected. So please pull off if you're on the Interstate 40 or one of these highways. Pull off into a rest area. You don't want to damage a vehicle. But this quarter-size to dollar-size hail, as it continues with these strong updrafts and these severe thunderstorms here. Helena, Clear Springs, Aleen, Great Salt Plains Lake, Oklahoma. Once again, these damages will continue here. The National Weather Service in Norman, Oklahoma, has issued these severe thunderstorm warnings here, and you can see them marching generally from the southwest to the northeast fashion here. They're marching up just to the west of Oklahoma City, El Reno, and those areas west on I-40 there coming along. And then south here, we have these cluster of storms here, these complex cluster of storms here that I just mentioned down by Wichita Falls. And just over the it looks like this one here, 22 minutes here. This is Wichita County in northern Texas, just along the border here on the Red River Valley. Once again, this is for 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Winds are extremely strong in this here. You see the hail core right there indicated in the dark purple coming through Iowa Park in Wichita Falls on the northern suburbs of the city here. So guys, this is a very dangerous situation here, and you can see it's producing heavy updrafts, quarter-size to half dollar size hail, and this is producing heavy hail, heavy rain, as you can see here with the oranges and reds and that purple hail core coming over Iowa Park here. And we can go to the velocity on that. And you can see that it's showing just strong straight line winds here, coming through strong straight line winds coming through Iowa Park, Cashoon Community, Burke Burnett, and this is in northern Wichita County, northern Texas here, just before you hit the Oklahoma border. And you can see the radar site here is kind of far away once again, but you can see that there's strong straight line winds and some rotation, but nothing else. But strong updrafts and strong tendency to produce hail and 70-mile-an-hour winds with this storm coming across Wichita Falls, just to almost on the border now of Oklahoma and Wichita Falls here in northern Texas here. I'll zoom out so you can get a better bearing of where we're at here. So those are the severe thunderstorm warnings we have, and we still have that one tornado warning that's going to be expiring in 6 minutes here for Decatur and Norton. For Kansas and Decatur and Norton here, and that's going to be allowed to expire, in about 6 more minutes here up here in Kansas. So this is what we're looking at. Expires in 5 minutes here. Once again, you might want to get to, if you don't have a basement, get to your lowest level of your home and put as many walls as you can between yourself. If you're in Norton, Kansas, mobile homes will be damaged and destroyed. So please, if you have a mobile home, go into an underground shelter as this storm is passing by. Tornado and quarter-size hail is on effect at it remains in effect till 6:30 Central Daylight Time. So we got about 5 more minutes here before this expires, but it is near Clayton or around Clayton right now, and that's the one I showed you earlier. So this is all of the severe thunderstorm warnings that we have, and this lines up right in the center of the country. This lines up with what the the Storm Prediction Center, has been forecasting for today, that we will see that marginal to slight risk, 2 out of 5 risk or higher in that Oklahoma, northern Texas, Kansas area, and even into Nebraska, Kearney, if you're in Kearney and some of these areas later on today, that could be popping some tonight down in that area there. So this is what we have going on. I just want to share that with you. Please be sure to subscribe to this channel, The Weather Guru, as we explain not only severe weather, but local weather too in the lower 48. I appreciate your support, and I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you very much for joining me.